No, EPR, how it works, I will tell you how EPR works. Actually, EPR means from where? Actually, suppose I am putting a recycling plant. So I need a lot of money for recycling the plastic waste. So from where I will get the money? I will get the money from either brand owner, this EPR, and secondly by selling my product, which I made out of plastic waste. So I have two revenue, but I will have to share this revenue with rag pickers or with the NGOs or with the ULP or with the municipal corporation. So out of that 100 rupees revenue I am collecting, I will give some portion to UL because they have collected my plastic waste and I have got it from the UL. So some say maybe 30 rupees, 40 rupees I will give it to ULB. So accordingly, ULB will also get the money from that.
How do we stop illegal production of various plastic products?
Illegal means you want to say the single-use plastic. That is
Yes.
illegal basically.
Yes.
Basically, it's a proper enforcement is required. And secondly, as a citizen, it is my responsibility to not to use this type of products from plastic straw rather. If it has been banned that sweets which are covered not legal, stop. They will not use this plastic film on the invitation card. Don't make the invitation card which is wrapped with the plastic. Don't use that. Don't use the flag. So it is also my responsibility. Plus, secondly, definitely, it is the implementation. At the moment, the ULBs are not. I have worked with number of ULBs. I have worked with number of municipal corporations, and they are not properly equipped to take care of this type of thing. They are not even technically qualified to take care of this type of issues. So proper implementation and proper capacity building of the ULB is also very important. So once we build the capacity, may generate awareness among the people, these type of problems can be definitely solved.
So,
Pollution Control Board has got all the powers to cut down the electricity and power of this industries who are manufacturing this thing. They have all the power under Water Act 1974, under Air Act 1981. They have the power that they can cut down this type of, immediately they can close down the units. So they should use it, this powers.
is there any call button that the government has where we can report anybody using single-use plastics?
Yes. There are a number of apps. It has already been. I was there in Chennai. I have seen in Tambaram. I have working. I was there. So there are whatever the complaints you have, you can definitely post them on that app, and definitely they will be taking that action on that app, and very easily you can do that. It's very easy to do that because of this digital age. You can do anywhere. And most of the cities now they have the app for any sort of grievances you have. You can use that app for this. Whatever the problems are there, you can use this for any grievances.
Okay. If anybody wants to start a unit in their village or town for treating the municipal solid waste segregation, what is the process?
Process is not very difficult. Actually, first of all, it's not only just putting the thing. First of all, you should try to make aware the people who are, suppose you are in a small town. First, try to assess whether this type of things are easily possible. The people are willing to do it or not. So try to that. Then once this you are easily, then first of all thing is segregation. You have to train the people that they should segregate the waste. Then there should be a proper mechanism for door to door collection. Suppose you want to do it in a colony, then door to door collection is very important, and collection should be in 2 or 3 bins. Actually, properly collection in wet waste should be collected properly separately. Dry waste should be collected separate. So once all these things are in place, then you can put up your unit. You assess how much amount of this waste will be generated from that area. Then accordingly you buy the machines. Recycling machines are easily available, composting machines are easily available, and find out your return on investment, everything, whatever the business model you have to prepare. And from Pollution Control Board and from the local authorities. So that's not very difficult. The investment is also not very high. There are schemes in which Government of India is supporting, the state government is supporting this type of recycling initiatives.
What kind of subsidies or tax benefits is the government giving?
Then, like GST also, this time you must have seen in this, but recently the GST has been reduced for this type of equipments. And plus, there are the Swachh Bharat also there available, and CSR funds are also available. And there are a number of municipal state government is also giving a lot of funds for this type of initiatives.
And why is it that the government is not encouraging local businessmen to put, instead saying that one businessman will take over the entire state and do recycling and segregation and all? What is the reason?
One man in the whole state, you are saying?
Yes, like
Or no, it
Andhra
is
government
it
was
is
saying they'll give it
because of
to
this is
Ambani's.
actually no. It is not possible to do the centralized system. Now the government is promoting the decentralized system actually. Rather, whatever the composting you are doing, instead of doing it one place, now because it is very difficult to take that waste from one place to a common place at a centralized place. It is better to use the number of gardens are there, number of parks are there, number of schools are there. You use that waste, treat that waste over there itself. So you need not to transport that waste to a larger distance of 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer. So it is always better to use the decentralized system of the waste model,
Is
which
there
will
any
give
rule like that every 3 kilometers or something the waste should
no,
be?
there is no such rule, but definitely it's a financially it is not viable to take that waste to a 20 kilometer or 30 kilometer distance. It is always suggested to make it a viable proposition, you have to keep the distance minimum. So
So
it is a decentralized system only which will work, not the centralized system.
when people take permission from the local authorities, does the local authority pay them to do it, or is it build, operate, transfer kind of a
There are
business?
different models are there actually. There are number of places I have seen the government of this ULB is providing them some land free of cost. You put up your composting plant or the MRF, that is multi material recovery facility on the landfill itself. They will give some land, say 1 acre or half acre, the land that will be given to you. You can put up their plant, or even they will give you the parks or gardens of the municipal corporation. There you can put, and then this will be a sort of a joint venture between. You have to share the profit from them also. In that case,
And
there are different models available.
what happens to the segregation part of it? Who manages it?
It is the duty of the municipal corporation as per the law, as per the municipal solid waste rules. If you see, it is the municipal corporation who is responsible for door-to-door waste collection, and from the door-to-door waste collection, and it is the responsibility of our citizens also to segregate the waste. So if as a citizens I am not segregating, then ULB can put up a fine to me, or they can say that I will not collect your waste from tomorrow. So like there is a provision, clear-cut provision in the law itself.
Okay. Yeah. So next question is, may we get a list of manufacturing units or NGOs collecting and sending further for processing?
There are a number of actually there are must be at least if you go to the pollution control board sites websites, every state has got its own list, or even ULP has got own list that who are the bulk waste generator, who are the contractors, and pollution control website of the states, MP pollution control board or Himachal or Delhi pollution control committee, everybody the list is available on their website. You can easily find out that list.
Okay. Dinesh Kumar, can you
Yeah,
ask?
hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon. So my question is, which type of compost is better, machine-made or naturally made, that is windrow composting? Or yeah, first part of question. Second part of question, does we lose the CM ratio, that is 30:1 in machine composting?
Which type of actually it depends upon the characteristics of the waste. There are a number of technologies in composting. Windrow composting is a different thing. Generally it is used by cities on a landfill site
Okay.
where the waste is mixed type of waste. If suppose it is a food waste generated from a restaurant, then definitely we should go for a machine based composting where you can get a lot of good quality of compost because it is in our control. But once it is mixed with so many other types of waste, then it is difficult to compost. So better to go for this windrow composting.
Right, sir.
Right.
CM ratio में किस तरह की impact आती है क्या?
C by N ratio is also 25 to 30 should be
No,
C by N ratio.
30
So
is
if
to 1,
you
sir. 30 is to
if
1.
you if you keep that C by N ratio in the range of 25 to 30, then it will give you a very good quality of compost.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Do you offer consultancy services for people to put these kind of projects?
Yes, we can offer that.
Anand Dhole is asking this. Please explain the flow of money. If Distillery submitted money to government under EPR, how it will be transferred to local civics body who are collecting plastic waste?
No, EPR, how it works, I will tell you. how EPR works. Actually, EPR means from where? Actually, suppose I am putting in a recycling plant. So I need a lot of money for recycling the plastic waste. So from where I will get the money? I will get the money from either brand owner, like Parle. I said I have given the example of Parle or Surf Excel or Hindustan Lever or Nestle or whatever it is. So I will get the money from them because they are responsible. As per the law, it is the responsibility of the manufacturer. So they will pay the money to a recycler, and the recycler will actually collect that waste. And when it will collect that waste, it will ultimately be recycled and converted into a new product. But there is a role of municipal corporation also, because you cannot collect as a recycler. I can run the factory, but I cannot collect the plastic waste from the door to door collection. So what I will do, I will give, suppose Parle G is giving me 100 rupees per ton, suppose. So instead of out of 100 rupees, some portion of that I will give it to the municipal corporation, because they are doing the collection for me. So whoever the rag pickers are there or the municipal corporation there, the 100 rupees which I have received from Parleji, and plus secondly, I will be receiving the money from the selling of my product also. Suppose I make a second hand shoe, or I make a furniture from that plastic, I will get the revenue from that also. So I will get the revenue from two sources. One is from the brand owner who is responsible for doing this EPR, and secondly by selling my product which I made out of plastic waste. So I have two revenue, but I will have to share this revenue with rag pickers or with the NGOs or with the ULP or with the municipal corporation. So out of that 100 rupees revenue I am collecting, I will give some portion to ULP, because they have collected my plastic waste and I have got it from the ULP. So some say maybe 30 rupees, 40 rupees, I will give it to ULP. So accordingly, ULP will also get the money from that. That's
Is
what I wanted.
is there any kind of a mafia with the Rag Pickers Association?
Yeah, it is there everywhere. You have to fight, deal with that.
Is there any regulation which regulates? Because, when they demand some householder 1,000 rupees, if you don't give 1,000, I will not take your waste. And then he doesn't take the waste here, and then he sells the waste. He makes a lakh or two, but
It is
he's
for the
also
ULP.
getting paid.
No, it is for the municipal corporation to resolve this type of issue. There are issues, this type of issues, practical issues are there. But I think the people, there are a number of the stakeholder consultations are taking place. And there are a number of grievances, redressal platforms also. So you should take this type of problems to the ULPs, to the redressal platforms, and this type of problems can be solved over there.
What is a ULP?
ULP is urban local bodies, that is municipal corporation.
So what happens is, by not regulating this field, we are not allowing segregation. If we actually regulate the Rag Pickers Association field, there is a possibility that segregation would be better and the amount of items going into incinerators would come down, and the land that is being used in the landfills will come down. There's a need for a regulation. How is the thought process in the government on this?
Regulation, actually, you can see there are a number of examples in Indore, I have seen, in Pune, I have seen, they have been a part of the system now. Now, if you make them as a part of, instead of competing with them, make them a part of your system. In Indore, it is a part of the system. In Pune, it is a part of the system. Rag pickers are the part of the system. So you give them the money, whatever the earning. Previously, these rag pickers were earning, say, 300 rupees per day or 400 rupees per day. Now, because of the system, now they are earning 1,000 rupees per day.
They are
So
earning
what is the
80,000 rupees per month.
so that is just I'm giving an example. So definitely you have to make them as a part of the system, and
That is right.
take them into confidence. Take them into confidence. Take their help. They are our heroes. They are our heroes. They are helping us. So why not to make them as a part of our system?
They should definitely be made a part of the system, but regulation has to be brought in here to
At the level it can be made. Yes, there is a because these are the regulations made by Government of India. The act is made by the Government of India, but the rules are made by the local bodies, the municipal corporation. So they have all the powers to make that rules. So this municipal corporation can also make their rules for this type of issues.
This is from Mr. Krishna Chaitanya AVS. Is it safe to use plastic to manufacture apparels and laying roads?
Yes, it is being very common. Reliance is using that plastic bottles, PET bottles are being used. Nowadays, even our Prime Minister Modi, he is also wearing that the jacket which is made up of the recycled plastic. So very commonly used nowadays. It is very, and it is very costly affair also. It's very costly. They are selling at a very premium price. So number of people are making this from plastic waste only.
This question is from Sashikir Chowdhury. As burning plastic waste is associated with emission of poisonous gases, does conversion of plastic to energy have any air pollution concern?
Yes, yes, definitely. There are, that is the biggest problem with the burning of the plastic waste. It generates dioxins, and number of toxic emissions are there. But as from the new technology which is available, there we can, if we burn it at a temperature of more than 1000 or 1200 degrees, this dioxins and the toxic waste is completely eliminated. Then we have to provide the electrostatic precipitator, we have to provide the acid fumes control systems, we have to provide the particulate matter control system. So there, it is being done in Sweden, it is being done in Singapore. So why it cannot be done in India also? So if you adopt that technology, these emissions can be controlled and it can be brought to the standard norms.
How
Very
many
easy.
places in India have incinerators above 1000 degrees or 1200 degrees?
Most of the incinerator nowadays, because you will not get the consent to operate that waste to energy plant until you have that system with you.
The
So
Lucknow
there,
one,
whatever.
they're saying the Lucknow has been very successful in this. What is your take on Lucknow?
Yes, yes, there are a number of, yes, definitely the new systems which are being installed, the new energy plants which are being installed, they are adopting the new technologies. So definitely the old technologies they are not be able to control, which were installed about 10 years ago. But now whichever the new plants are being installed, they are very good in controlling the emission norms.
At the time of segregation of the municipal solid waste, because of the single-use plastic, a lot of microplastics doesn't get segregated. How do you remove them? Is it by putting it in water? What is the process?
Basically, we should, first of all, we should avoid the use of plastic that will generate, so that the plastic waste, microplastics are less. Then nowadays, in some of the countries, I have seen the washing machines. There is a compulsory requirement of the, if it actually, the mostly the plastic or microplastic comes from the washing of the clothes.
Oh,
Yes, and the clothes which are mostly not only the cotton, but there are mostly the clothes are made up of cotton and some other fibers, also, other nylons and polyester and so many things, which is nothing but plastic only. So the plastic comes into the water from this washing of the clothes. So nowadays, number of countries have made this filter compulsory. If you are using the this washing machine, then you have to filter out that plastic there itself, so that it should not find its way into the this water bodies. So there are a number of regulations, not in India, but in some other countries I have seen that.
there's a question, Chowdhury. Is extraction of precious metal from e-waste economically viable process?
Yes, it is being done by a number of industries in India itself. I can give you the number of trees working in near Gurgaon only, who are extracting this, and it is financially viable also. That's why they are running their plant. Otherwise, it would have been closed in 1 year. So there are technologies, and it is financial viable model also.
This is from Usha. What are the negative and toxic gas effects of W2E cement mixing eco bricks, long-term effects?
Regarding that eco bricks you are taking. Yeah,
Yes.
they're actually, as I said, the plastic is consisting of number of chemicals that we have already discussed. There are chemicals which are used as a flame retardants. There are chemicals which are used as a plasticizers. There are chemicals which are used for durability of the plastic. So these definitely are, some toxic chemicals are there in the plastic. So if it is properly stabilized, suppose you are making eco bricks out of it and you are using cement into it, so you have to stabilize this plastic toxic substances while making the eco bricks.